Hello, I'm Richard Donnell, Senior Advisor to the President at Lane College, and I'm here to welcome you to the 2022 rendition of the Lane College Homecoming Preview. We haven't been here since 2019, and I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to be here to present the program today. Let me tell you this, I've been doing this program for a period of years, but the time has now come for me to turn over this torch to a new generation of Lane College leaders. I'm pleased to present this torch today to Mr. Braylon Laster, who is the Director of Alumni Affairs at Lane College, and he will do a very good job starting today and going forward. So I would ask that you would be as nice and as pleasant to him as you have been to me over the last several years. So with that, I turn the torch over to Mr. Laster.
Thank you, Attorney Donnell, for this opportunity. It's indeed a pleasure to be able to host the Homecoming Preview for years to come. I've watched you over the years, been able to have the opportunity to sit on your radio show, so this is definitely an honor and privilege. Thank you so much for having me. And today we will have 3 guests here on the show today. Ms. Fisher Smith, Director of Campus Life, Ms. Lakin Dillard, Senior from Florence, Alabama, biology major, and B.J. Godwin, President of the Lane College Jackson Alumni Association. We will be right back with you.
In a world obsessed with throwing shade and putting others down, there's a college boldly committed to doing the exact opposite. A college that understands you are not defined by your yesterdays, where dreams are rekindled and hope restored. A place of new beginnings, transformation, and honor. Where a Christian liberal arts education is more than a piece of paper. It's where you start your story all over again. Start your story and discover the new Lane College.
Welcome back. We have Lakin Dillard with us today. Lakin is a senior from Florence, Alabama, and we're excited to have her to join us in with the conversation. Lakin, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Braylon. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for joining us. All right, so Lakin, we know that you're from Florence, Alabama. What brought you to Lane College here in Jackson, Tennessee?
So actually what brought me to Lane College is a softball scholarship.
Okay.
We had recently got a new coach 2 years ago, and he was new to the system and I was new to the school. And so I had history of playing sports growing up in Florence, Alabama. Always played 3 sports all year round. And so when I went to college straight out of high school, I actually just went to a 4-year university back home to get my prereqs, where I then transferred to Wallace State, where I went to ultrasound school.
Okay.
So upon graduating ultrasound school, I just decided that I actually missed playing sports, and I was actually granted the opportunity from Lane College to be able to fulfill that dream of playing softball at a collegiate level and also getting my education paid for. So that's really what got me to Jackson, Tennessee and attending Lane College.
Okay, what position do you play in softball?
I was kind of a utility player, but I mainly played first, and I was also a slap hitter, so I was fast. So I hit on the left side, and I really just tried to get on base just to like steal and kind of get my stats up in that area. So that's where I played.
So have you experienced, you're a college athlete, you're a student scholar, and you're part of many organizations here at Lane College. How have your experience at Lane College kind of helped shape you into the woman that you began to become? You about to graduate. How's your experience at Lane College been?
It definitely taught me how to manage my time. It was very hard being a student athlete on top of working a full-time job.
Yeah.
So, I had workouts in the morning, and then I would go to work, and then I would go to class, and then I would have practice, and then we would have weights. So it definitely taught me a lot about time management, and I had to definitely step up to the plate and, fulfill big shoes at a young age. So it definitely taught me some life lessons that I needed to know for life after college.
So Homecoming 2022 is approaching. What are you excited for throughout the Homecoming week this year?
I would say I'm excited for coronation and the step show that's taking place this year.
Okay. Now, you are a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, is that correct?
That is correct.
So you guys are planning on having a big step show, a big theme with alumni coming back and representing. So I know you guys are excited about that.
We are. We still have a lot of stuff to work on. We're working on outfits and obviously just the steps in general. But that is definitely something we're looking forward to, and we're glad that we're able to participate.
Okay, so tell me more about the STEP show. You know, what should we expect to see at the STEP show? What does the STEP show consist of? And what is Alpha Kappa Alpha going to bring if we get a teaser of what they're going to bring to the STEP show this year?
So I don't really know if I can say much, but I'm not sure what other fraternities and sororities are going to participate, but it is open to all of them. So we're still waiting to see who all is going to participate. And I don't know if that's going to be a surprise or if they're going to tell us ahead of time, but I guess you'll just have to wait and see on Friday.
Yeah, and the STEP show will be October 7th, that Friday of homecoming. I believe it'll be starting at 8 p.m. So if anyone interested in seeing our Greeks, our MPAC Greeks perform at the STEP show, they'll be doing some steps and they'll be competing against each other. And so that's the exciting thing. And I also know that another thing that our Greek fraternities, sororities always look to every year is our homecoming tailgate. Is that something that you're excited for attending this year, homecoming tailgate?
Yes, that's something I'm excited for, mainly because this will be my first time tailgating at a HBCU.
Okay.
So I'm excited. I was excited last year, but because of COVID, we weren't allowed to do any of these activities.
Right.
So I'm really excited to be able to participate. And we still have all of that coming together, but I'm excited to see the alumni come back. A lot of girls that I've already met before are coming back, but I also know that there's going to be a lot of my sorority sisters that's coming back that I've never met before. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of those alumni as well.
Yeah, it's this exciting moment. The homecoming tailgate is a tradition that we do each year here at Lane College. All of our community partners, even our student organizations participate in tailgate. And if you're interested in purchasing a tailgate spot, they are available online on Lane College website, www.lanecollege.edu. Tailgater spots are $200, vendor spots are $300. And so if you have not gotten your tailgate spot, go get it done today. You do not want to miss it. Lakin will be there with her sorority sisters. I will be there representing the college. And so we're excited about that event. Yeah, so anything else that, you're interested in homecoming? I know you said this would be your first. I know you said that this would be your first, kind of homecoming experience. You decided just about being back in person and just kind of meeting alumni, other students. Do y'all have anything planned, just throughout the week outside of the coronation and the TEP show?
Yeah, there's plenty of events. I think we're actually going to start on the Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. That's October 2nd.
Yeah.
So we're going to have events planned all week. I know we're having a skate party.
Yeah.
But I'm actually excited about coronation. That's one thing that I feel like brings the campus together. All the contestants, they're all going to, campaign. And it's kind of a time for my fellow classmates to showcase their talents, so to say, kind of boast about themselves and brag. And I feel like the campus comes together with supporting them as well. And so I'm just excited to see who's going to win and who's going to get to represent Lane College in the next following years. Yeah, I know a good Lane College tradition is also the plots. Are you excited about kind of getting out on Lane Avenue, decorating the plots so that you and your sorority sisters can take pictures at, I believe, right outside of Hamlet Hall? Is that correct? Yes, our plot is outside of Hamlet Hall. We're excited to construct that. We also, it's a tradition to add something each year, so we're excited about adding new stuff to the plot. So, yeah, it's just something that we didn't really get to experience last year, so I'm glad that that's something I do get to experience my senior year. Okay. Well, Lakin, thank you so much for joining us today. We're excited about Homecoming 2022. I would definitely be at the STEP show, definitely be looking for you guys at the tailgate, and definitely be looking to see what new improvements or new ideas that you come up to represent your organization at the plot area. So thank you so much for joining us. Again, this is Lakin Dillard, senior from Florence, Alabama, joining us today. Thank you.
In a world obsessed with throwing shade and putting others down, there's a college boldly committed to doing the exact opposite. A college that understands you are not defined by your yesterdays, where dreams are rekindled and hope restored. A place of new beginnings, transformation, and honor. Where a Christian liberal arts education is more than a piece of paper. It's where you start your story all over again. Start your story and discover the new Lane College.
Welcome back. Joining us now is Ms. Fisher Smith. Ms. Fisher Smith is the Director of Campus Life here at Lane College, and we're excited about our conversation today. Thank you, Ms. Fisher, for joining us today. How are you doing today, ma'am?
I am doing great. Thank you for having me today.
Yes, ma'am. One, I want to kind of talk about campus life at Lane College. What is campus life? What is the responsibility for campus life? And what should we expect from campus life during homecoming 2022?
Well, Campus Life is the office that kind of coordinates student activities, anything that touches students outside the classroom. So it encompasses a lot of things.
Yes, ma'am.
Greek life, Royal Court, and also we are responsible for homecoming activities. We work closely in connection with other offices in student affairs, and Campus Life falls under the student affairs umbrella,
Okay.
which again, it touches anything outside of the classroom for students.
Okay.
Some of the big events for homecoming, the number one thing is we are back face to face.
Yes, ma'am.
Some students who have maybe been sophomores or been here 2 years
Wow.
have not experienced the Lane College homecoming.
Wow.
So I am so excited that we are back face to face to give our students a premier experience for homecoming activities, and students that may be leaving us, our seniors and juniors, give them another homecoming to remember.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm looking forward to
I
that.
know, and you just mentioned the Royal Court. I know that Monday on October 3rd, 7 p.m., we'll be having our homecoming coordination. Can you talk about a little bit more about the coordination and the Royal Court and involvement in that event?
Yes, the Homecoming Royal Court is composed of Mr. and Miss Homecoming,
Okay.
Mr. and Miss Lane College, Miss Dragonette, Mr. Football, and we also have a king and queen to represent each class.
Okay.
So that's freshman through senior. This is just a way to highlight students who want to represent Lane College during homecoming week. Traditionally, we elect Mr. and Miss Homecoming, and they represent the campus during the homecoming week. The students get to vote.
Okay.
It also teaches them how to be present in the voting process.
Yes, ma'am.
So anytime we could give students real live opportunities to exercise their right to vote, we do that. So with the homecoming royalty, they are voted on by the student body. And it's a popularity vote.
Yeah.
So the students get to campaign, and I love to see them coming up with creative ways
Right.
to campaign, be it buying goodies or having people wear your pendant or T-shirt just to get people to vote for them. So it is a real fun activity to give students opportunity to exercise their right to vote.
I know that they'll also be able to have the opportunity to be featured in the homecoming parade. So not
Yes.
only participate in the homecoming coordination, but be able to be showcased during the homecoming parade. I know that's an event that I'm excited for. We hadn't had a parade in a few years, and I know that's an event that the community is excited to see as well. So kind of talk about the Royal Court's participation in the homecoming parade this year.
My heart would like for us to do a float.
Okay.
You know, we don't have a whole lot of floats in our parade. So a couple of years ago, I took on the task of one of my colleagues, and we did a homecoming Royal Court float. And when I tell you, it was grand.
Yes.
And I'm trying to do that again this year to bring that grand presentation of your king and queen,
Right.
ride down Lane Avenue on a beautiful float in their lovely white gowns and dresses. And what I really like about the parade is seeing our children in our
Right.
community,
Right.
seeing images of people who look like them in
Right.
those roles.
Right.
So that's one big thing. And the students enjoy, meeting people in the community and being reverend as a king and queen that represent, Lane College, which is a beacon of light
Yeah.
in our community.
Yes, ma'am. And if you are interested in entering into the Lane College Parade, applications are available and can be submitted online at lanecollege.edu. Parade entries for nonprofit organizations are $30, and for business organizations are $35. So get your parade applications in now so we can have you a part of the Lane College Homecoming Parade. I want to talk about your involvement as an alumni. I know one of the roles that I have is as Director of Alumni Affairs to work closely with alumni, but you are an alum of Lane College as well. What
Correct.
year did you graduate, and what are some things that you're looking forward to as an alum of Lane College?
I actually graduated. I was a non-traditional student.
Okay.
I attended Lane back in the 90s, but I chose to go a different route. I got married, started a family,
Yes, ma'am.
and then came back and actually graduated in 2007.
Okay.
So I've kind of had a long span
Yes, ma'am.
at Lane College. So with me working, doing the student events, it's kind of hard for me to do some of the alumni
Right.
activities, but I do like to go by and try to at least network and see some of our alum. One of the great things you're doing this year is painting with a twist.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm looking forward to that. Just seeing people and see where they are, you know, how they're doing now. Another great alumni event is that tailgating
Yes, ma'am.
on the Hill.
Yes, ma'am.
And I always tell my students, look, I'm checking out at after the game, 12 o'clock. I am no longer Miss
Yes,
Fisher.
ma'am.
I am Fisher, the alumni.
Yes, ma'am.
And I enjoy, you know, networking and seeing
Yes,
some of my
ma'am.
classmates and friends who matriculated with me
Yes,
at Lane
ma'am.
College.
Yes, ma'am. And I know you also a part of sorority as well, so kind of getting that connection to see sorority sisters, even members of, you know, fraternity members that I know you work closely with throughout the, you know, homecoming weekend. So I'm definitely excited about that as well. As a member of Alpha Phi Fraternity Incorporated tailgate experience, I can definitely relate to Ms. Fisher about that. It's extremely popular. It's extremely positive event that we allow our, you know, alumni come back and kind of network with each other. And then also just kind of piggyback with the homecoming royalty, that game would be October 8th at 2 p.m. And I know the royalty has opportunity to participate in the game too. At halftime, they'll be showcased in front of their friends and family. So we talk about that positive image. They also be able to not be, you know, showcased in the parade, but also be showcased at halftime at the game in their royal suite. And so I know that's something that they're looking forward to doing in person this year.
They are. And another event that I'm looking forward to is the lip singing and
Okay.
beyond.
Yes, ma'am.
This year, I'm anteing up the prize. Last year was $500. I'm trying to get $800 grand prize. Lip singing and beyond is when students, faculty, and staff compete for that title of having the best lip singing group. So it is fun to see the faculty come and compete against students and do different. We had Beyonce, you know, we've had Aretha Franklin. It's just a fun way to bring the students and faculty and staff and campus together. And that will be Tuesday night during homecoming. It starts at 7 p.m. It's a free event, and the community can come out and cheer on their favorite alumni or faculty and staff. If we do have some alumni who are interested, we welcome them to enter.
Right. That's right.
You know, if you wanted to be Diana Ross and you weren't Diana Ross, come on and you can relive that by lip singing on Tuesday night at our Lip Singing and Beyond event.
All right. And thank you so much, Ms. Fisher, for joining us today. We're excited about Homecoming 2022. Stay tuned for more.
In a world obsessed with throwing shade and putting others down, there's a college boldly committed to doing the exact opposite. A college that understands you are not defined by your yesterdays, where dreams are rekindled and hope restored. A place of new beginnings, transformation, and honor. Where a Christian liberal arts education is more than a piece of paper. It's where you start your story all over again. Start your story and discover the new Lane College.
We have President B.J. Godwin, President of the Lane College Jackson Alumni Association. President Godwin, thank you for joining us today. How are you doing today?
Fine, and thank you for inviting me.
Yes, sir. So talk to us first about the Jackson Alumni Association. What is the Jackson Alumni Association? And if anyone is interested in being involved, how can they get involved in the Jackson Alumni Association?
Any Laneite or any community member that wants to be a part of the Jackson Alumni Association can join as an associate or as a member, a regular member, or a lifetime time member.
Yes, sir. And so I know you guys represent the National Alumni Association. There's chapters in each city, each of our feeder cities that we have across the country. Jackson, of course, is one of those cities that helps recruit for Lane College students. They also support the college in various ways, including they throw events. And one of the events that they're having this year during Homecoming 2022 is the Lane College Meet and Greet that Friday night. I believe tickets are available for $25, and it will be at the Carl Perkins Civic Center. President Godwin, I know that's an event that you're excited for. Can you give us a little bit more information about that?
We always look forward to that. And see, Jackson chapter is the largest chapter in the National Alumni Association.
Yes, sir.
And the reason being, Lane College is the home of the Jackson Alumni chapter. So
Yes, sir.
everyone who comes through Lane comes through Jackson, and there are people that live here, but as the majority, our members at large are greater. But since we're congregated here,
Yes, sir.
That's why we're the largest chapter.
Yeah, that's one of the interesting things about the Jackson Alumni Association is that we have members that are in the Jackson chapter all over from various parts of the country.
Oh yeah.
And so, but we are excited about Homecoming 2022 and the event, the meet and greet, which will be held on Friday, October 7th at 8 p.m. at the Carl Perkins Civic Center. Tickets are available for $25. So if you are looking for an event to attend and to support Lane College, that is an event that you would need to be at. You're going to have a lot of fun. I believe there'll be food there. There'll be opportunities to dance. There'll be opportunities to network and mingle with various amount of alumni and friends in the community. So we're excited about the meet and greet that'll be held on October the 7th at 8 p.m. at the Civic Center.
Right, and we invite community members. See, Lane College is the home of Jackson, Tennessee, as I say.
Yes, sir.
And there are people that never attended Lane, but they love Lane because they love to support our urgency
Yes, sir.
in educating our people. And it started a long time ago. So, yes, we invite the community, and they come out and they celebrate with Laneites, and we party.
Yes,
we
sir.
dance.
Yes, sir.
And that's what it's for.
Yes, sir.
And it's an effort to raise money and awareness
That's
of
right.
the need to support HBCU.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I know that you have a non-traditional matriculation through Lane College. Kind of tell us about your experience at Lane College and, how did you get up to the chance to become the president of the Jackson Alumni Association?
I'm a Jacksonian, so I was a part of Lane College as a youth.
Yes, sir.
Because my grandmother raised money. She was her organization, the Eastern Star Lodge.
Yes,
they
sir.
had tea at the corner of Milton and Lincoln Street, and they sung hymns, and the people who were walking past would just get excited and donate money, and it became a community tradition.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I know that you attended Lane College back in the 70s, and kind of what was your experience, here at Lane College as a student then?
Oh, yeah, it was interesting at Lane College. I entered Lane College in '66. My class would have been the class of 1970.
Okay.
But during my tenure at Lane, around 1969, the Vietnam War was about to explode.
Yes, sir.
And the military wanted to recruit people, but it wasn't a popular conflict. It wasn't a popular war. So the draft wasn't working well, so they decided to recruit college students, and that was my opportunity. They needed translators for Spanish-speaking people, Indian,
Yes, sir.
and large number of minorities from the North. And that was basically my challenge, to communicate the military style to them. I was offered a government job. I had to stay in the military for 6 years, and then I had to stay in the reserves for additional 6 years. But guess what? I wound up doing 30 years because it was so lucrative. And as my government job, I worked for the post office, and I retired as a postmaster with 45 years of service.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it's been life's a journey.
Life's
and it's
a
a
journey.
blessing.
Yes, sir. So you've been a long time Jacksonian,
Right.
long time, been around Lane Nights for your entire
Oh,
life, and
man,
now
yeah.
that you are retired, now that you're serving now as the president of the Jackson
Right. Well,
Alumni
the reason
Association.
I'm president is because I had a friend who was a roommate of mine while we were in college, named Dr. Leo Great-Lassemba.
Yes, sir.
And when I returned home, he was working at Lane.
Yes, sir.
And we got together, and he encouraged me to support Lane College, which was easy to do. And
Yes, sir.
I've been supporting Lane. And after he had gone back to Memphis and on his way, I still supported the alumni
Yes,
in
sir.
Lane College. And by doing so, and people recognize that.
Yes, sir.
And first we started in a position in okay. Another position, and then the president.
Well, President Guy, we certainly thank you for your time. We thank you for your leadership and your service here at Lane College. Thank you for joining us again. This is President B.J. Godwin here with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
In a world obsessed with throwing shade and putting others down, there's a college boldly committed to doing the exact opposite. A college that understands you are not defined by your yesterdays, where dreams are rekindled and hope restored. A place of new beginnings, transformation, and honor. Where a Christian liberal arts education is more than a piece of paper. It's where you start your story all over again. Start your story and discover the new Lane College.
Thank you for joining us today during the Lane College Homecoming 2022 preview. Remember to join us Friday, October 7th for our Dr. J.L. Perry Memorial Golf Tournament. Registration for individual players are $100 and for teams of four, $400. We also will have our 2022 Hall of Distinction Friday, October 7th at 11:30 a.m. in the Kirkendall Student Success Building. Individual tickets are $75 and tables of 8 are $600. And if you're interested in being in the homecoming parade, join us October 8th at 8:30 a.m. Entries to be a part of the Lane College Homecoming Parade are $30 and for businesses are $35. And if you're interested in being a tailgater or a vendor, please sign up as well on the Lane College Homecoming page. Individual tailgaters are $200 and vendors are $300. And then we will wrap up with our homecoming game, which will feature Kentucky State University. The Lane College Dragons will face Kentucky State University during homecoming 2022. Tickets for the game are $25. If you are interested in being a homecoming sponsor, please contact the Office of Institutional Advancement at 731-425-2548. I would like to acknowledge and honor our current sponsors, which is FedEx, Team Clean, Gary Taylor Investments, Capital City Residential Service, and Love and Arms Care. Again, if you would like to be a homecoming sponsor, please contact the Office of Institutional Advancement at 731-425-2548. Again, thank you so much for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you at Lane College Homecoming 2022 Reloaded.
In a world obsessed with throwing shade and putting others down, there's a college boldly committed to doing the exact opposite. A college that understands you are not defined by your yesterdays, where dreams are rekindled and hope restored. A place of new beginnings, transformation, and honor. Where a Christian liberal arts education is more than a piece of paper. It's where you start your story all over again. Start your story and discover the new Lane College.
Hi, I'm here to ask the people of Jackson to be a part of a groundbreaking program, 4 Minute City.
Every minute you don't get help after sudden cardiac arrest, your chance of survival decreases by 10%.
That's why Friends of Heart and the Jackson Fire Department have created a care team.
A group of everyday citizens trained, equipped, and ready to save lives in our community.
Please call this number or visit our website.
Together, we can save lives.
Hey!
Try to close the club.
Tanya, come here.
At Boys and Girls Clubs, it's not just about trying new things.
Kitchen in my hometown.
It's not about learning the right steps
4,
or making contact.
5, 6, 7, 8.
It's not about exploring the future. It's about helping them build it. It's about taking steps to greatness. About making a connection. It's about proving every kid and teen has what it takes. It's about people in our clubs who bring out the greatness in every kid who enters our doors. It's not just about being on stage. It's about walking across it. Great futures start here, and here, and here.